3 rounds of discussion with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from a Zoom call in Columbia, South Carolina, Matthew, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. And his opponent from a Zoom call in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel, aka the Executioner. Take it away, Matthew.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. This is episode number 76 of At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
I'm the Executioner, Daniel Travis.
Yeah, I'm the Unbreakable Spirit. Let's run through the topics real quick.
Topic number 1.
Yeah, topic number 1 is the of a WWE UFC merger.
Number 2.
What the effects of said topic 1 rumor will have on WWE games, potentially.
And number 3.
The return of the WWE draft. But let's start off with topic 1, which is me this week.
Yeah, take it away, Matthew.
So apparently there have been rumors ever since Endeavor, UFC's parent company, bought WWE that UFC and WWE will be merged in some form or fashion. That's interesting, but it's also like, okay, what does this mean for WWE?
But it's also honestly kind of strange if you really think about it, because one sport, you're really beating the shit out of your opponent. The other sport, you're not really beating the shit out of your opponent.
Also, like, I've been like looking at the articles of this since WrestleMania. Apparently when the deal was finalized.
Okay.
And like WWE is gonna be a separate entity, but at the same time it's gonna be part of a merged like new promotion thing with UFC. Then UFC's also gonna be its own standalone thing.
What?
It's very confusing.
You got the timer
going. Have the timer going.
Just making sure.
Incompetent.
I mean, and this is something I'm wondering, but it's just with WWE being scripted and UFC being unscripted, but like, how is that going to affect the other one? And also, will this cause WWE to go back to TV 14?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure the move to TV 14 isn't going to happen anytime in the near future.
Yeah, true. But it's just, you would think that being owned by a company where people beat the shit out of each other for real and bleed for real, that you would kind of just take everything about one thing you do, everything about the other thing, and just merge that shit together.
Yeah, but I would just be changing WWE into UFC.
Fair enough.
Merging is like taking bits of pieces and putting them together to create something.
That's what I just said.
Well, then you said it in a very confusing way.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, basically that they should take bits and pieces from both and just mix it together. But if whatever WWE does, or because if Endeavor is going to own WWE for whatever, and I'm glad they do, or I guess because honestly, I'd take them owning it over Saudi Arabia to say the truth. But it's just,
or AEW.
Yeah, or AEW.
And we've talked about how AEW is like
a clusterfuck.
It's It's like everyone's packed. It's like every superstar is packed into a clown car.
Yeah, but look, I want to get this off my chest real quick. Is that whatever if Endeavor is going to own WWE or part of WWE, is that they need to kind of you can't just own some part of a company that's been around for 50 fucking years and not know a damn thing about it.
Yeah, and I think that's why Endeavor locked. I hate to say this, Vince McMahon down a 2-year contract. But, but I will say, and hold the majority share of WWE with like 71% or something. So if they start getting because of Vince's return, they can fire him.
Yeah. And Vince McMahon literally can't do shit because he'd be like, ha! I'd be like, hey, what the hell? I'd be like, hey, what the hell? You can't fire me.
Sorry, Vince, but we own most of the shares of the company your father started. So, like our name, best of luck in your future endeavors. Pun not intended.
I'd be like, to quote yourself here, fire. But anyway, I honestly think that with WWE being, if WWE, I get it being a rumor that WWE and AEW are merging, but it's just
UFC.
UFC, I mean, right. WWE and UFC merging and all that shit, but it's just, it also kind of makes sense if they're owned by the one company that owns both of them.
Yeah, they're sister companies pretty much.
It's just like,
But riddle me this: does this mean we're gonna get to see some more crossover talent? Should some more UFC guys come to WWE and vice versa?
I mean, like what? Like a Ronda Rousey return to UFC, or a Brock Lesnar go to UFC, or
or like a Conor McGregor coming to WWE.
Ooh, that is true. That's a very good point, because you could definitely, yes, WWE has some former UFC talent. Is that there are honestly some people that have appeared from UFC in WWE that could do well, like Conor McGregor.
Keeps telling me with WWE. Guess what? This is basically gonna be a strictly WWE episode because of the merger news. That's like the hottest thing in wrestling this week.
Yeah, we'll be back with topic number 2.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. We are back with topic number 2. How will the WWE games be being affected by the merger?
Yeah, maybe get some water, dude.
Yeah.
So I can relate to the last topic, and it will, because the fans have grown accustomed to WWE 2K, and 2K honestly, just like last month, had its biggest win yet.
Really?
Yeah, WWE 2K23.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. 2K23 has definitely been an improvement, but my question is like this is legitimately a question that I have, but with now UFC owning part of UFC owning WWE, are the games going to be a lot more, like you're actually focusing on your what was like are the WWE games graphics are going to get enhanced, or are the storylines going to get more better or more violent?
Now, I will say WWE 2K24, I'm pretty sure that's a shoo-in. We're
Yeah.
talking WWE 25 and beyond.
Yeah, cause I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely want to see them improve on this year's game. Just maybe make some tweaks about My Rise. Maybe just focus on not being anyway. I don't care about about not
Yeah,
about
we're not getting into this again.
no. But honestly, what I want for the WWE games is better, I don't know, more violent match types, more sports kind of esque when you're starting a career mode. More like, make it more feel like, more like a sport instead of,
Yeah. Now, I
eh,
will say EA owns the rights to the UFC video games. With that said, do you think EA might take over the rights to the WWE game?
I mean, I'm going to be honest here, folks. I honestly, no matter how much I like the 2K games, since they've been doing this stuff for like 9 years at this point, since 2K, like what, 2K14?
Yeah.
But I think that if they did, yeah, unfortunately, we would have to learn a new control system or whatever. But I think the graphics for this game would be 10 times better than the current WWE game if EA
Are you sure about that? The graphics for 2K23 are phenomenal.
True.
Admittedly, the phenomenal. I'm not gonna try to say it. The graphics are phenomenal depending on the person.
Yeah, very much. Very much also, but it's just I think with like going beyond 2K24, what I would like to see from the 2K games isn't just a better thing for exhibition mode, but maybe like to dive a little bit more deeper onto the journey of how people get to where they are in WWE. Like, if you're starting a career mode, dive a little bit more deeper in the journey that people, depending on your backstory or whatever, that people take. I think that would be a much more enjoyable feature because, hey, look, you can make it feel like a sport instead of just, focusing on just like the wrestling side of things, but it's more of the journey of how someone gets to where they are. That's my honest take. What do you got?
One thing that I'm actually curious about, and this was mentioned on Assemble, which is sort of how I got the idea for this topic, is how's this going to affect the DLC?
What do you mean?
Like, we in the past, we've had like the Future Stars patch, Legends patch, stuff like that. But are we going to get like UFC fighter packs for WWE video games? Like, I don't expect Conor McGregor to suddenly be like an in-game member of the roster, but maybe he can be like a pre-order bonus.
Yeah, I'm just curious of how like but like, how the fuck would the showcase mode work for that shit?
I'm not saying he'd be the showcase mode. If anything, I think Randy Orton needs a showcase mode.
Yeah, or Triple H.
or like literally anyone that's been inducted into the Hall of Fame or needs or will be one day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we need a Braun Breaker showcase. He literally just started. He's nowhere near ready.
No, but it's just
And
what I
sorry if my voice sounded weird. I have a lot of mucus.
whatever. But I honestly think before we wrap this up is that look, I know that 2K23, don't get me wrong, have been a hell of a game, but it's just if you're going whatever they do beyond, they need to just take, the sports or more of the entertainment side and just make this feel more like realistic when it comes to the story mode of the games.
Yeah, but also like WWE doesn't own the rights to every big name indie promotion in the world. In fact, AEW owns Ring of Honor as an example.
Sure, they could just make up a bunch of promotions.
Yeah, like LAW, bring back BCW, Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, all right, we'll be back with topic 3.
Yep. So, this. Sorry. This past Friday, Triple H announced the return of the WWE Draft, and he said, I believe in the announcement, that it will change the landscape forever.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. I'm really, I don't believe that.
I mean, you're not wrong. Every superstar is up for grabs. Okay,
But,
isn't that every year?
yeah, like, okay, great. Tell me
But
something.
keep in mind, this is the first draft under the Endeavor banner.
That is true. But my question, my big question regarding these regarding the draft is are they going to bring back the authority figure, because who's going to represent Raw and who's going to represent SmackDown, or is it going to be one person?
It's probably gonna be just Adam Pearce.
Yeah. But my
And I have
big
no doubt Chelsea Green is gonna continue her streak of not being noticed and ask when she's gonna be drafted, and probably gonna be drafted to NXT.
But my big question is this: what in the hell is going to happen with the Undisputed Tag Team Championship and the Undisputed Universal Championship?
Yeah, that's valid.
Because like if you're like, okay, there's two ways you could go about this. Either one, have them flop between shows, or have Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens vacate one half of the titles, and
Or the tournament to crown the new other one of the champions.
or the third option is one show get the Undisputed Tag Team titles and you make up some new tag team titles. That's like I mean, like for
The bigger question for me is the Undisputed Universal Championship.
I mean, yeah, because with Roman Reigns, who is nearly approaching 1,000 days, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
Something that will never happen again. But, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to have Roman vacate one championship? Are they going to have Roman flop between brands? Is one show going to get Roman and another show going to get another
Now, I just want to say
another
this.
championship.
I bet there are some people wanting him to break Bruno Sammartino's reign. No,
Yeah,
you
that was-
don't. He would have to hold the title until 2028 in order
Yeah.
to do that.
Which also would be insane.
Yes, he would literally be the longest reigning champion, not in the modern day
Ever.
of all time, if that happened.
Yeah, but my question, like, if let's say, because this is just my honest theory here, but I think, like, let's say Roman Reigns goes to the bigger network, goes to Smack, goes to Fox. What would Raw get? Would Raw
He
get?
would have to create another new championship.
Yeah, and what would you do? Crown the do a tournament? Use the Elimination Chamber and held qualifying matches for that? Have the winner of that?
We're straight off topic. This is supposed to be about the draft.
No, it kind of is on topic if you think about it. But anyway, but like with the draft, like who should come up from NXT? Like is Braun? Like was Braun Breaker's recent heel turn? Should he honestly get the call up?
Honestly, we haven't been able to see a heel breaker in NXT, so I don't know. Like when he was a face, we were singing his praises, but now it's is he truly gonna be a part of it? And Logan Paul re-signed. Is he gonna get a permanent home in WWE?
Because another valid question that I have, well, I'm just gonna ask this, but what is gonna happen regarding the women's tag team titles?
Honestly, they're probably still gonna be dual brand.
Yeah, true. But I mean, like, what are they going, like, with, like, okay, then, my question is, what's gonna happen with the commentary team? Are they gonna flop around the commentators again?
Maybe. I just wish Pat McAfee would sign full time with WWE.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna ask you this question, Maddie, right here, right now. That is, if you could choose the commentary for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, who would it be? Go.
I don't know because we are out of time for this episode.
You're lucky.
Oh god. We're definitely gonna return to like some of these at a later date, probably.
Yeah.
But that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for listening. Follow us
Roll
on
that
Spotify,
outro.
spread the word, roll that outro. Thank you for listening to At Odds, hosted by the Unbreakable Spirit,
And the Executioner.
edited by the Unbreakable Spirit. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MTS_life_0126.
You can follow me on Instagram at DanTravis21. And you can also follow me on the Twitter at DanTheExecutioner21.
And you can follow the podcast at Odds Podcast. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussions. But until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.
Thank you, losers.